Good day. This is going to be the August forecast for what is coming up and what to look forward to for the month of August. An overview of how things look and how are things going to go. So this is a month of releasing things that no longer serve you and realizing that success comes in very quiet moments. It doesn't have to necessarily be huge fanfare. August carries with it that energy of the first harvest and asks us what has truly grown over the last few months and what we are truly ready to leave behind. Leo season in August is about creativity, confidence, joy, self-expression, living from the heart. Virgo season, which starts to happen in late August around the 22nd, is about grounding, organization, healing, service, daily rituals, and practicing wisdoms. August bridges Leo's beautiful, brilliant confidence with Virgo's grounded practicality. It encourages us to dream boldly while taking meaningful steps towards creating a life that reflects our deeper values. The energy of the month is the Eight of Cups. Astrological association is Saturn and Pisces. This month carries quiet and courage of walking away. The Eight of Cups isn't about giving up. It's about recognizing when your soul has outgrown where it's once belonged. And sometimes healing is asking us to release relationships, beliefs, habits, careers, identities, and those things that no longer nourish us. Come to the heart of who we are. We are in the process of realizing we need to let that go. And sometimes letting go is the most loving choice that we can absolutely make for ourselves. So what are we focusing on? And that is the Three of Wands, Sun in Aries. Your focus this month is expansion, lifting your eyes beyond today's circumstances, planning, dreaming, exploring, looking out for what's ahead of you instead of what is behind you and you no longer need. So our focus this month is looking ahead. The challenge that we are looking at in August is Temperance. It is associated with Sagittarius, and your challenge this month is an action. It's actually coming into that state of balance for yourself. You may want immediate answers and quick progress, but Temperance reminds us that healing, growth, and transformation happens all through patience, not through rushing. The lesson isn't to force life, it is to go to the flow with it. Sometimes that greatest challenge is allowing things to unfold naturally for us. What is our shadow that we're working with this month? And that is the Two of Cups. This is Venus in Cancer, and the shadow this month may involve relationships. Perhaps there is an old wound or connection that needs to be looked at. People pleasing. Are you somebody that has to do everything for others and not for yourself for validation? Seeking that validation from others. Having the fear of being vulnerable or believing that your worth depends upon being accepted by others. Do you feel the need for those around you to need you or want you, or are you okay all on your own? The Two of Cups is asking you to examine your relationships with yourself first. So this isn't selfish work, it is self-care work. Every healthy relationship begins with you and what you are bringing to the table. So what are we looking at in the light aspect of the month? And that is the Five of Wands, which is Saturn in Leo. It's a fascinating placement having this card in the light aspect because this is generally a card of conflict. But this is representing healthy challenge this time, creative differences, learning through experiences, growth, and respectful disagreements. Rather than conflict, this card feels like discovering confidence through participation and challenging yourself on your own ideas of what should be. Don't shy away from the opportunity because it's simply stretching you. You are meant to grow, and growth rarely happens inside of your own comfort zone. And the animal card we are dealing with this month, which is ironic that it was John, is Leo, and that is courage. The lion arrives in August with medicine and a powerful message for us. The lion doesn't prove its strength through constant roaring. It actually knows who it is. Its confidence comes from its presence, not through performance. By simply showing up and being there is a courageous act all on its own. The bioluminescent line reminds us to illuminate our own path through quiet courage, authenticity, and our heart-filled leadership. The line asks, where have you been giving your power away? Can you trust your own inner authority? And what would you change if you believed you were already enough? Your medicine this month is confidence rooted in compassion, coming from that heart center, that wearing that heart on your sleeve and seeing that as a blessing, not as a curse. Lead with your heart, stand with integrity, and walk with that quiet, beautiful courage. This month's reading feels like someone finally answering the call of their own soul. The Eight of Cups begins this journey. Something no longer fits. You absolutely know that. Even if your mind argues, your heart has already begun walking the new path. The Three of Wands then shows up, and you gaze towards the horizon, leaving something behind you. That is totally at the end of the story. You no longer have to look back behind you. You're not going in that direction. You are looking forward. It creates the space for something new to arrive, but the journey isn't rushed. This isn't something you're going to dive right into, run ahead. This is something that is going to take time, contemplation, and your awareness. So then Temperance answers or comes into the story and reminds us that meaningful transformation can't be hurried, can't be rushed. It has to come in its own rhythm, and it has to be balanced while it's doing so. All growth has its own seasons. Something beautiful happens, and that is the Two of Cups showing up in the shadow aspect. Not because of relationships are a problem, but because the relationships you have with yourself shapes every other relationship that you have around you. You can't pour from an empty cup. So you begin to trust yourself more deeply. Then comes a surprise. The Five of Wands shows up in the light. It isn't asking you to avoid challenges. It's asking you to step in it with curiosity instead of fear. Healthy challenge creates your confidence and brings you forward. Every conversation, every opportunity that is presented to you, don't shy away from them. Don't see them as something to be afraid of. You can step forward with this and know it is part of your growth. So every experience becomes another chance to discover who you are becoming. And standing beside all of this is that beautiful, courageous lion. The lion is calm, grounded, powerful. The lion doesn't chase for approval. The lion isn't shrinking itself to make people and those around them comfortable. It embodies the truth. And the truth is that courage. And together, all of these cards tell one beautiful story about walking away, looking ahead, becoming balanced and trusting the timing, having a really good, strong foundation and relationship with yourself first, welcoming challenges that help you grow around your own insecurities and your own fears. And remember, you carry the courage that you have always looked for. You are that courage point in the journey. So where is my soul gently asking me to walk away so I can move forward with this journey more aligned? What would I do differently this month if I actually was in balance and trusted myself more, trusting that inner strength, that inner courage as deeply as the lion trusts its own nature? August reminds us that courage is not necessarily always loud. Sometimes courage looks like quietly walking away when you need to do so. Courage looks like trusting the timing of things. Courage can look like choosing yourself over others, knowing what that balance point is, and really challenging your own fears to grow in ways you didn't think was possible. So don't see this as a battle. See this as a growth spell for you, and simply look ahead to the next step. So that is the August forecast, and I hope to see you tomorrow for a regular reading. Sorry this was a day late, but I was away and getting home and recalibrated to my own surroundings. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.